Okay. All right. So, yeah, like I discussed, I'll just try to use layman's terms for everything if I'm seeing mistakes and stuff, and we'll just try to address the overall picture on everything. Okay. I'm gonna speed forward till we're in the game. Just get by the loading screen here. Oh, that's a really long load.
That's a hardcore loading screen.
That was a very hardcore loading screen, yeah. Okay. Ooh, let me just go back a little bit. Let's go for... Okay, Ezreal got the kill.
It's always nice to start like that.
It's also good that you start longsword and 3 red pots. I'm just going to pause and ask you, do you know the reasoning behind it? Or do you just do it?
I figured I did it because it keeps my build path open if I want to go vamp or like a phage first or something like that.
Okay. Do you want to know the reasoning, or...?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Alright, so the reasoning that for opening longsword and 3 red over Doran's Blade in mid is because in bot lane it is always standard to open Doran's Blade because a fight can burst out at any moment, and the added HP from the Doran's Blade is so much more important than the sustain from the 3 potions, because you don't know exactly how and when you'll die. Because things are so up to, like, impulse. And in mid lane, things are less open to impulse, and also the distance between the minions and the towers for both players is so relatively close that you're much safer against ganks and stuff. So it's better to just go for the longer duration sustain with the longsword.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep, gotcha.
And then, again, exactly what you said, where it leaves your build path open. So that's why longsword is superior to Doran's Blade when in mid lane.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay.
I never figured that. Yeah,
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright, go.
Go.
You're going to want to be CSing as fast as possible to get the level 2 spike, always on Lucian because he's a lane bully.
Gotcha. That was bad.
Yeah, missed that CS. That's fine, though. And additionally, you don't know what Nidalee has opened yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't seen it.
So, because you haven't seen what she's opened yet, you should try to see what she has opened. Now, you know that she hasn't laid any traps, and if she did open traps, she would be laying traps. Secondly, if she opens spear, you haven't put yourself in a angle where...
to get speared.
Right, where a position to get speared to test, if she has the spear or not. So you want to make yourself susceptible in the earlier stages before the jungler has opportunity to gank. Okay?
So I have an idea of what I'm going to do when the gank comes. Yeah.
Right. And so, by doing that, you can also judge if you can punish her or not. Like right now, you've perfectly lined this up. I'm just going to go into paint really quick. Get my colors, and... Okay. Lucia, if you walk forward to here, Q, you'll hit her.
Yep.
Okay? Using this minion. When you're playing Lucian, you always want to position yourself in angles in correspondence to minions. You know what I mean? So that it makes it awkward for her to CS. And then also by doing that, you also distance yourself at a nice mirroring position so that she's never really safe.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah. So she's always going to be harassed by like my Qs no matter what.
Right. You want to make it so that she can't stand inside of her own minions, and then if she can't stand inside of her own minions, then if you attack her, you might not draw aggro. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's like a win-win. But you always want to be lining her up for the Qs. Additionally, you want to bully her a lot more level 1. If the enemy mid laner is not someone that can respond back to Lucian, and what I mean by that is like a
bursty, like a Ziggs or something like that with a nuke.
Like a Ziggs or like an Orianna, or it's another champ that can respond to him.
Zed, I guess, is kind of okay.
No, Zed really can't. If Zed misses
really?
his Q, Lucian poops on Zed, like, pretty badly. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, from my experience from watching mid-Lucian games, Zed doesn't really do too well. But basically, like, champions that can respond to him with their own auto attacks plus abilities that are almost guaranteed to hit. You know what I mean? So, like, like Orianna is going to be very common for this. You can kind of say Lulu to some degree. but not entirely.
What about someone like Soraka? Because I mean, mid Soraka is kind of getting decent.
Mid Soraka is getting big, but I don't think she responds to him well enough.
Gotcha.
In the earlier levels. So basically, you want to be poking and getting her lower, okay? Because if you do it right and you get the level 2 jump, and you go in for the E auto-auto, Q auto-auto, you almost chunk her to like 25% HP.
Gotcha.
Okay? So you want to be setting that up, and you want to basically be zoning her out, because Lucian's range is relatively, you know, big. So just always have that in consideration. You want to play your lane like a lane bully. Okay? Alright.
No worries. Yeah.
Go.
Go.
And I wouldn't get W there, I would get E. And the reason that I would get E is because not only does it provide you safety against the jungler, against low mobility champ early on, like Nidalee is not very mobile until she has her cougar form, the E is extremely punishing against her.
Gotcha.
Okay? It also, because it enables you to dodge spears, it enables you to get away from skill shots that are not just Nidalee dependent, you know what I mean? Like, if you're facing, again, Orianna, you're facing Lulu, you're facing God knows what in mid lane, it's just so good. And it allows you so much room for outplay. So I would almost always get E level 2, and just, E technically has damage inside of it. Just because the text doesn't say that it has damage because of Lucian's passive.
Double trigger. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's the hidden text, is the E deals damage. This is similar to, like, the revelation that I talked about, you know, on stream or whatever with Teemo, where W deals damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, anyways, alright, good. We good? Good to go?
We good.
Okay. Now, see, that was another Q. Okay?
Yeah. Gotcha.
So
one more punishing with those Qs.
Right. Now, see, when you went to CS that, okay? We're gonna just, pull this up. When you went to CS this minion that just died, you could be standing here to do it. And by doing it, you don't necessarily have to attack Nidalee, but you threaten the Q.
So my positioning can be a lot more aggressive.
Your positioning is right, exactly. So you're killing two birds with one stone. You're pressuring her whilst CSing. Okay? So standing here doesn't make any sense. You're playing way too passive right now on Lucian. He shouldn't be played like this. Alright? We good to go?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. And like right there, I just want to get you to see it, so that, you know, because it's all about memorizing, you know,
getting that muscle memory, and so you
can
react to the situation.
See right here? Now this is really, really important. Now there's a few things going on. You see that? That's an auto attack animation. Okay, let's go over to her auto attack. She can't launch another one. You know what I mean? She's gonna be on cooldown for about.
She's open.
She's open. She's vulnerable. So because she's vulnerable, E, auto, Q, auto. If you had E, okay, that's a huge chunk, and she can't respond. Why can't she respond? This minion's alive. You just juke down into it if she does spear you. Okay, so you dash auto, Q auto, DI down.
Dash auto, Q auto, and dash. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. And Lucian is all about, muscle memory, memorizing these angles, because the minions are always going to approach mid lane the same. How they're controlled and manipulated by the enemy mid laner and yourself is obviously always going to be different, but these positionings and these scenarios, they will occur, you know, if you keep playing games. And Lucian is like I said, I'm just, like, reiterating this because people don't understand how much of a monster he is, like, levels 1 through 4. Nidalee should, like, technically miss, I want to say, about 30% of the CS for the first, like, 5 waves.
Yeah.
Just because of his dynamic. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then once you get the wave pushed, okay, and because of your E, you have safety from the jungler. Even if he comes out from here or here, you can still E away. Like, the E's kind of acting like a mini flash. Because of that, you can really bully her under tower, similar to how Orianna bullies people under tower, because your W and your Q. Okay?
Yeah. I think my mistake with this straight away, especially with getting the W, was I think, my incorrect theory about Lucian, is that I want to fast push with W really fast and trap him on the tower, but, like, listening from this angle, it makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
To have that sort of bullying role.
Right. Okay. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
Okay. And now something that I want to address, because this is important to Lucian as well.
Yeah.
This is, it will happen every time a minion wave approaches, okay? Hit play, okay. See these minions that are about to be coming up? So we know that they're going to be in a line.
Yeah.
Okay? Position yourself downwards or upwards, depending on where Nidalee is standing, or the enemy mid laner. It does not just have to be Nidalee, okay?
Yeah.
And no matter what, you threaten Q, 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 depending on where she's standing.
Yeah.
Okay? And then it forces her, again, you're just manipulating her. You want to manipulate her movements. You want to play it like you're a puppet master and she's your puppet. So by using her own minions against her, you control where she must stand, or she just takes damage. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's a win-win.
Like
right.
Insane value out
right.
of every...
You're getting insane value. And then again, because of your E, even if like the jungler comes out of here or something, you're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah, it's too easy, yeah.
Okay. Because don't forget, your E removes slows. So it'll help you against red buff, even if somehow they get onto you, like it's an enemy Lee Sin or something. You know, so
yeah,
you'll be fine.
Get out, Scott.
Right, you'll just get out. Okay, go.
Sweet.
Like right there, you're not punishing her.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, that was rubbish.
Okay.
That definitely wasn't on my mind.
And now the other issue with opening W level 2 is now look at your level 3. Now right now, okay, so let's go into paint really quick. All right, what do you notice? Is there gank opportunity top?
No, because it's pushed in.
Absolutely not. Is there gank opportunity bot?
No, because they're behind the river, so
Right.
I'm like the only one really
You're
open.
the only one, and you do not have your escape mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another reason I hate opening W level 2. In some very rare cases, like you're facing like a hyper squishy, and what do I mean by a hyper squishy? Like a LeBlanc that makes a really big error level 1. You know what I mean? Sometimes it'll be fine to get the W to chunk even harder, but E is almost always going to be the more optimal choice.
Yeah.
However, in bot lane, where it's a 2v2 lane, E is not always going to be the most optimal choice. Sometimes it will be W, other times it will be E. You know what I mean? It's going to be up to situation. But however, when you're playing mid Lucian plays completely different, again, to bot lane Lucian. Not only does he build differently and spec differently, the way he moves himself around the map and the way that he controls the map is completely different from the standard traditional 80 carry Lucian. And that's also primarily because you have 280 carries. Okay?
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Go.
Go.
So the main issue that I'm seeing, again, just layman's whatever, is you're not abusing your Q enough. Not only for damage poking, but you're not threatening it. And threatening it alone, oh, you could have chunked her. I'm just going to show you.
Sure thing.
Okay. So here, when she's CSing,
that's free. Yeah.
That's free. Now, there's two alternatives. We're going to go through this really slow. 1 second. Just let this reset. You didn't drop the ward, but that's okay. Okay, so here. Now, this is just the first movement error that I want to talk about. You come into lane, like, clunky, like coming up. Yeah. But why do that when the waves are coming in? Just come in, hug the wall. Because if you hug the wall and the minions stack up, what do you threaten? Threaten Q again. Right, you threaten Q again. She can't stand here. Then where does she have to go? Well, if she goes here, what do you now threaten? W. Okay?
So she's basically boxed in.
She's boxed in to having to go down here.
And then she's going to be out of range.
And then she's out of range of these backlines. And then, on top of that, that enables you to move into your own minions, thus negating her spear, and poke her down into the corner, or she has to come around left. But then, after these movements are settled, in order for her to come around left and be safe again, what does she have to do? She has to move into these minions. Thus granting you Q.
Q.
Right, exactly. So this is
that's like
Lucian.
The cycle
right.
Q.
Lucian's a puppet master. So you have to use the minions to your advantage. This is all about the minions. Lucian is heavily reliant on minions. Okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. So this all makes sense. So now I just want to address your mistake here. Okay, so you hit her with the Q. You're gonna chunk her. All right. So you get this Q off. Okay. You need to instantaneously. What is this? I want you to explain me right now what this is. That is a fucking DI backwards. You have 2 minions that'll block the spear. Okay. If she elects to throw it, you can easily just DI forward. Literally, like click right here, where I'm like making this big box. Okay. And just chunk. You can throw the W instantaneously upon throwing the W. So I would recommend toys techniquing. If you don't know what the toys technique is,
I don't know how to do it. I know of it.
You know of it. Okay. All right. So
I get like the idea. The idea is to like get the input in like as clean as possible.
Okay. I'll go over the toys technique with you like after the session because that takes like you know what I mean.
I've always wanted to look. I just don't know how to do it.
Right. I'll go over that with you after the session. So I would recommend toys techniquing. So when you are here at this like big blob, you're gonna use W with the toys technique, and then you're just gonna go instantly behind your minions. So it'll you know whatever. You know about it, so it's good that you know that it exists, and I'll just go over with you after. And by doing that, you won't get the extra autos off necessarily with the W proc, but you'll hit her with the W.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's enough chunk anyway. Exactly.
Right. And now imagine, let's go into hypothetical situations, right? If your E's up instead of your W. So you chunk her with this Q, you DI forward, you auto. As she goes to throw the spear, you don't even have to toys technique. You don't have to, you don't have to DI backwards or anything. You don't have to anything like that. You're just gonna E down, chunk, and you're gonna chase out to the vicinity of tower range. Auto. Okay?
And if I have ignite, that's...
And if you have ignite, it's game. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's checkmate. So this would have been checkmate if... Well, I don't know her summoner spell. I forgot the
I think
screen.
it's heal as well.
Okay, then it's not... It wouldn't be checkmate, but it would be pretty fucking close. So if you can manage to get to level 4, then you'll be golden. And also, positioning yourself at this side of the river isn't really too bad because Atrox's next route, if he doesn't go top, then it is to just do wraiths, and then he's right here to back you up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. We good?
We good.
Ow. Sorry.
Alright. All good.
You just missed 2 CS to drop down a ward. That doesn't make any sense. Does it look like she can... I'm just going to pause. Does it look like she can engage you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think back before this is when I wanted to place the ward, but I didn't end up doing it.
You didn't end up doing it, right.
And I should have done it then because the lane was coming in fresh as opposed to like the lane finishing up. But, yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people... they may say that like 2 CS doesn't matter. 2 CS is, 33% of a standard wave.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't want to... That's big.
Gold.
That's huge. You don't want to miss CS. I want to rip out my hair. I missed like 3 CS or something. Like, it's really important, man. This is how edges are created.
It starts adding up towards the end, yeah.
Right. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
And now right here, this is something that I talked about in the Rise video, which you can see on YouTube and stuff. Right here. So this is now what just happened.
I missed that CS bad.
You missed the CS, but you also got the level up. Okay? And let's see. What's going on? What are you missing right now?
Easy.
You can just E chunk.
Yeah. That's easy damage.
That's easy damage. Right. Yeah. And then if she elects to damage you, what happens? She's probably going to miss 3 out of 5 of these minions. Okay.
And I'm probably gonna win the trade anyway.
You're gonna win the trade, absolutely, because that'll be a close range spear. Yeah. Absolutely, you're gonna crush this trade. So what's gonna end up happening is there's a few things that'll happen with this E. You're gonna trade about this much HP in exchange for her missing 3 minions. So you're doing this. You're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna lose 100 HP. Okay, so this is what you lose. All right, roughly. Obviously, you're going to lose a little bit more. You're going to lose, like, I don't know, 150.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to lose, like, 150 to 200, whatever. We can, like, 150 to 200. Okay. And she's going to lose this much HP. which is then going to activate her potion. Okay, so she's going to go down to 1 potion. And then she's also going to heal herself with W, and she'll have used a spear, so she'll drop to about that much mana.
Yeah. So she's basically...
Or less. Like right around there. Okay? And then her
Mm-hmm.
HP will go up to about here with 1 potion, and maybe here after 2nd potion plus heal, but that'll be her mana. So then her bar ends up looking like, you know, like fucking... It ends up looking something like this.
So she's totally like...
She's like, yeah, she's completely, like, what is she gonna do here now? She has no kill potential on you. She has nothing that she can do, and what's about to arrive? You can see on the minimap what's about to, you know, end up coming, the minion wave. So after she's done CSing this, now you have her between a rock and a hard place, because as the minions come up, okay, so like minion, 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 right?
That's Q.
You can stand here, Q, Q, Q. She's not safe anywhere over here.
Yeah.
So now she has to angle herself over here, but if she does that, W proximity.
So she's basically like, she's got to take the chunk and probably burn a summoner or half the back.
Well, you've already forced a recall. Yeah, you've already successfully forced a recall. So that's absolutely gigantic. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely feels like I'm not like, when I was talking about that issue about how I feel helpless on land, it definitely makes a lot more sense looking at this and knowing that I'm not dictating the pace like I should be. So therefore, it lets her just sit around and recover from what could be some really big losses.
Uh huh. Okay.
Yeah, so it's making a lot of sense right now.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad. Are you ready?
We are ready.
And also consider the fact that you're not using your potions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's other really big things I can like address if you want me to, but you're not using your potion trading, which you should definitely be doing.
Yeah. It's definitely worth taking the damage to do more.
Right. You trade a potion for potentially her missing CS, and or you trade a potion for her mana. What's more important? You're the AD carry. You don't need mana to necessarily deal damage. She needs mana as an AP carry.
So it's totally worth it.
You know what I mean? So you're trading your red potion for her mana. Oh, you didn't do the auto first.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh. It's alright. Now, though, however, what you have ended up doing is your mana control is poor. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Your mana control in lane is a little bit poor. You have to pick your Qs. Sometimes it's acceptable to Q like level 1 and stuff, but then I would never use Q again until there's 2 points in Q. You know what I mean? Just to maximize efficiency, not only on mana, but also damage. And I would do more of the red potion trading. Okay? Like right there, she just hit you, right?
Yeah.
With, okay. Activate a red pot. She's all on cooldown. Walk into her. Auto, 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 auto. Just stand still. You know what I mean? You have 3 red potions. She doesn't have infinite mana. You know what I mean?
So she can at most get 1 heal and then be short on mana, whereas I've got the healing to back me up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Alright, go.
Cool.
And this is also one of the issues that I talked about, where if you run a defensive spell on a Lucian in mid, is he without that mana or something, or without a big lead, he has a very hard time getting kill potential. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here.
Definitely.
Okay. You can get that. You can get all the CS. Okay. I'm just gonna show you something because a lot of people they don't even do it. So when minions are getting low like this, right? Mm-hmm. What you need to do is, why isn't it pasting? Print screen. Paste. Okay, we're good. Okay. So when minions are getting low like this, what you need to do is actually walk as close to them as humanly possible. Okay? Because why? The projectile.
Yeah, it'll,
okay? It'll hit quicker.
Animation.
That won't change your attack animation, but it'll enable you to attack slightly, you know, sooner. Right.
Yeah, and
you can kill them quicker. You can kill them quicker than if you're standing backwards and then having to slowly walk in backward. You know what I mean?
Your projectile's going to get hit, connect twice. Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you can kill them faster. And you would be able to get all 3 CS here.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't be afraid to hug a minion and tell it that you love it. You know what I mean? Like, condone it, man. Like,
yeah, so
these are like the...
yeah, I can see why, yeah, for sure.
Alright. Now, something I talked about in the Rise video, and there's also another video that I'm going to be uploading soon that goes over this. This is a technique that a lot of people don't know how to abuse, but it is extremely important, okay? Now, what do you notice every time this tower goes to attack? It blinks, right? The top of it blinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see the line?
Alright, yeah.
Wait for, I'm going to use this. Wait for the big white ball to be about here, go in and auto her. It'll reset the line on you, but it can't launch an attack until this fucking ball has hit this minion.
So I get out of aggro range.
You get out of aggro range. It'll blink, it'll let you know you've generated aggro, you're under attack, but the ball can't fire at you. Right, it's on attack, it's on cooldown. Okay? So stand in this sweet spot. You know what I mean? Like, stand in the sweet spot, poke, bing, poke, bing, poke, bing, you know what I mean? Just abuse it. And no, I'm not, like, trying to advertise, like, Bing Wi-Fi Finder, like, but, so, anyways, you have to do that, okay? Especially because you're an AD carry. And this also applies to bot lane AD carries, but it also applies to anyone just playing a ranged champion. Okay?
It's just free damage, yeah.
Right, right. And that's how you should view it. So learn to time the tower's attack.
No worries, yeah. Too easy.
Go.
Go.
Alright, so now, I just want to ask you, what's your thought process right now?
I ran back at the tower because they didn't have a ward up. I don't know where their jungler is, so I think I'm going to be playing like a lot safer, especially since it's I'm level 5, so their jungler is probably at least level 4. Okay. So it's probably like I think I've got to start playing like a bit more safer until I can get that ward down and get a grasp of where I am. But at the same time, I know Nidalee is also pretty pressured, so I want to keep up the pressure. So I guess it's kind of like finding a balance between those two.
Well, let's try to evaluate something with this screenshot, okay? We're going to go over this together. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to see what you think, and then I'm going to tell you what, my thought process is, in my opinion, and we'll try to meet, you know what I mean, so that we can get you to see it. So,
no worries.
Okay. What is your gold right now? It's 1120.
1120.
Okay. Now, have you tabbed to check Nidalee's CS?
I don't think I've tabbed yet.
Okay. So if you tab and check Nidalee's CS, you can probably get a rough estimate. You might be a little off. She might have less, warrior minions, or maybe you zoned her out of a siege minion, so she's missing some gold. So you can be accurate by maybe about 100 gold, right? Give or take, okay? So by doing that, and you know that you're at 1120, what gold amount does Nidalee want to recall on?
She wants a tier, so
she wants a tier.
She probably wants a tier.
So that's 700.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else is she looking for?
Maybe boots or another ring.
Okay, so that's looking at 1025. Then she needs some potions.
So she's probably wanting about the same amount of...
She needs around the same amount of you to recall. What does that also mean? It also probably means this is her recall wave.
Yeah.
If that is true, and you know that she's not going for the kill, based on all of those factors, okay? And we know that she doesn't have jungler assistance right now, okay? She's not trying to get 6 before she recalls, because that just doesn't actually make sense. Like, because you guys, this wave doesn't give 6. You know what I mean? It won't give it to her. So, because of that, you know that the jungler, she's not looking for a gank right now. Absolutely not. Your HP is too high. Her mana's too low. Her HP is relatively low. You know she doesn't have a ward because she hasn't even crossed this part of the map in the last 2 minutes. Yeah. Right? So she just wants this wave. Bully the shit out of her.
Yeah, don't let her get the wave.
Just make her really angry. Like, just stand here. It doesn't matter. Trade all your life because you know she's not looking for a gank. She's not calling for a gank. The jungler is not coming. The lane just reset. The jungler's going to look at her HP and her mana and basically tell her that she's on her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so sense. She just wants this wave. So you know that she just wants this wave. You just want this wave too. You're getting ready to recall. Yeah. But you have the high ground. You have higher HP. Just walk into her. Make her uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if she gets the whole wave. You just want to assert dominance.
So
okay?
I can easily force her out to
right.
I've got the advantage and should be doing that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, we're good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Go.
Go. And instead, I'm still playing a lot more passive. Like
Now, when the wave does reset like this, I want you to dash dance more. Like when you dash dance. You know what I'm talking about?
Elaborate. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna go into Paint. I've talked about it in some of the videos, but it's whatever. I can just use this image. So imagine you are in Italy in this image. You just click here, click here, click here, click here.
Oh,
here.
right, yeah, of course.
Rapidly. Just dash dance. It makes you unpredictable. It makes you have acceleration. You know, so all of that stuff is really important. You know, because if Nidalee makes a misstep and she makes a misstep upward, you want to already have been dash dancing. You know what I mean?
Punish.
Right, so you can punish. You don't want to just be standing still. Standing still, that mechanism is for freezing lanes, and it also has a psychological purpose behind it, like a psychological component. And that, you know, that applies much more to top lane. It doesn't apply that much to mid. It's relatively hard to freeze lane in mid. But you can also do it in bot lane, but bot lane it's also a little bit different. But the stop animation, just completely remaining motionless, that's for, again, ideally freezing and trying to annoy the opponent. Okay?
Gotcha.
It doesn't have any other, you know, purpose to that than exactly that. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Go. Yeah, that was really rough. I think I might have spiked then as well. I'm on like 230 ping this game.
Oof.
That's consistent. The lowest I get is about 186. So I'm constantly playing like 186 to 230.
I feel really bad for you, man.
It's not noticeable in, like, when I played Dota, it's really bad in the US. It's not that bad in League because of you don't have turn speeds and stuff like that, so it's slightly it doesn't punish you as much.
Okay, what is the issue here right now with you electing to stay in lane?
She's 6, and therefore she doesn't even need mana anymore.
Therefore she... Right, so, okay, so there's something going on with your mic, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to address. So, I don't know if you were waiting for BF Sword. Maybe?
No, I wasn't waiting for BF,
okay.
No.
Because ideally you want to go Trinity Force first in mid lane.
Yeah.
Okay? You can go BF Sword against champions that do not have Burst. And what I mean by that is like a champion that kind of withers you down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know exactly.
Like Ziggs. He withers you down. You know, he throws his Q at you once, then twice, then 3 times, and all of a sudden you're dead. But he doesn't do it in one burst. It's not like Ahri where, you know, you get given roofies by her charm and like the next thing you wake up at Fountain wondering what happened. Like, so that's what happens with Ahri. But so it's not like that. So you can go BF Sword into Bloodthirster. In that case, obviously, I told you before we started this session that I don't want to go into the total specifics, right, because I don't want to waste your time on that. We can do that. I'll probably just make a generic video on that, you know, BF versus Trinity Force, because that would take like an hour. Exactly. But anyways, so layman's terms, you can go BF against non-bursty. Okay? But now, in this lane, you have mobility over her, you have more punishment than she can punish you. You have the E, you can get away from her leap, you can easily bully her into tower, and then with the culling, you can easily get a kill on her under tower. Because she can't really, you know what I mean? Yeah, with the culling, you'd want to shoot her into somewhere here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then just call.
So I can hit every single shot, and she doesn't have room to run. Right,
and she doesn't really have too much room to run around. So ideally right now, because you're winning the lane, and you were crushing her for the majority of it, you're going to want to go Sheen over Phage. Layman's terms.
I actually ended up going that build path, but I think I made the mistake. I buy a Vamp Scepter on top of that, so I don't immediately buy the Sheen. So that, yeah.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Now, the other issue with you electing to stay in this lane is what? What wave is coming?
Siege Minion wave.
Yes. You're gonna miss it. Unless you stay for it. But then if you stay for it, you're really overextended. Like, the enemy jungler, generally, a lot of them hit 6 around 7 minutes. They hit it between 6 minutes 30 seconds to about 7 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah. Depending on the jungler. So, you know, obviously, whatchamacallit, fuck, I forgot who the jungler was in the load screen.
Is it
Who?
I can't. Is it Lee?
Is it Lee Sin?
It
I mean,
might
I could
be.
look back in the video, but
Yeah, we may as well. Yeah, I can't remember.
You wanna know because you can obviously you can't know 100% of the time. Obviously, when factoring in ganks and how much counter jungling is he trying to do and stuff, but a general consensus is they hit it between 6:30 and 7:15, depending on the jungler.
It might even be Tryndamere, actually.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Yeah, it all depends.
It's coming. It's coming. That's the point. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to be here for that. All right. You're low on mana. You can't really do anything. You don't want to be CSing with just auto attacks because you only have 94 AD. You know?
Yeah. Cougar form's just gonna shit on me, basically.
That's really weird. Are you use it? What runes are you using?
I think I'm just using like straight AD.
Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't recalled. All right, never mind. Okay. Because you have to factor in how minions' health and everything. So if you're under leveled or under farmed, or it makes sense that you didn't get the last auto with just a tower plus auto, because you haven't recalled yet. You should have been recalled, so this shouldn't be happening at 6.5 minutes. But it's fine. So there it is. Say goodbye.
Yeah,
Say goodbye. Oh my god. No, it's huge. It really is. It's gigantic. Yeah, you know what I mean? You wouldn't say that one pawn in chess is not a victory.
I did buy Phage first. Whoops. Alright, there we go. That was my bad.
Okay. The Sapphire Crystal doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
if you're gonna build into Sheen, get Ability Tome. Why? His R has AP ratios, his W has AP ratios.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I think my logic was because I can't like shove Nidalee as hard now because she's 6. I want more mana to shove, but I mean, Ability Tome does make more sense.
Well, what is a Sapphire? Yeah. A Sapphire Crystal's only 2 abilities. Like
it's gonna like let me do. Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. Okay. We're good. I'm like, no, what are you doing? You need to flash E culling to get that siege minion. God. All right. Is he gonna give you blue?
He's giving me. I think he gives me blue here.
Does he? All right. Thank God.
No, he doesn't.
Oh my God. Oh, I hope he watches this. I hope he knows, man. I hope he knows what he's done. Like, God. All right, here. You were missing a lot of CS. I'm just gonna show you a generic thing that I would do, whatever. So if you can't get back here in time, obviously you tried to go and get blue because you're being logical and he wasn't. Because, like, why give Lucian blue buff so he can spam everything in the world and farm wraiths? No, let's not do that. All right, so anyways, you'd get back here or something. Normally you'd be coming in from here. Okay.
Yeah, I should have.
So I'm gonna educate you on how it should be approached rather than the abomination that we were presented with thanks to Atrox. So you should come in from here, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have W'd blue, okay, and then you're gonna E forward, okay. Once you get to like here, you're gonna E to list the location. X marks the spot. You're gonna Q upwards, okay. It's gonna kill most of them, and then you can finish it off with auto attacks. But immediately after queuing, you're gonna move forward. Why? Because you can't see Fog of War, and Nidalee might be Nidalee, and just try to hit the X. Okay?
Makes sense.
Alright. Let's go.
Go.
God damn it, Aatrox.
Yeah, that was slightly painful.
Oh, alright. Oh, good! Alright, that was a field goal.
Yeah, he didn't ping me or chat me or anything like that, so I was surprised, yeah.
Well, technically that's not his fault. Technically, your eyes should be on the minimap, but your eyes should not be on the minimap and looking at the sky for Haley's Comet, because that's exactly what he was right there. Like, I'm just gonna look at that one more time.
Yeah, normally, yeah, exactly. That's what I was surprised that he would try to go in a Nidalee with that much health and with Cougar form.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't make that much sense. I mean, maybe he's feeling bad for blue, but Haley's Comet. So.
He didn't even get the knockout. He just like.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Haley's Comet. Like. All right, so take a picture. It'll last longer. All right. So like here, when she see that, like this isn't enough punishment. Like I'm trying. I want you to see all these punishments because Lucian has to do that. There it is again. They say it only comes once. My This coaching session would refute that. So anyways, here, she comes in for this, okay? So, here, I'm going to show you something, alright? We're going to do this. Okay, so she comes in to hit this, and you know she wants this, okay? So start with an auto attack, because then during the duration of the Q, your auto attack animation will be reset, okay? So, auto, okay? So this is going to get her here, or not here. Probably get her, like,
There.
roughly. Yeah, I'm trying to get it, like, halfway. Alright, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? Q. Bam. Auto.
E.
Bam. E forward. Okay, she's going to have leapt to here. You're going to E forward to about here. Okay? Auto. Bam. Okay?
Yep.
W. X marks the spot. Okay? Auto. Okay? And now you're standing here. If you're using DI, if you're DIing into every single action, okay? And a lot of people, they don't seem to understand there is a difference between moving and DIing, because moving and DIing is your own manual inputs versus Riot's traditional coding, okay, on pathing. So anyways, if you're DIing in, you've hit her with this, and now she's going to get the heal off, right? She's going to go into human form. We've forced her into human form with all of this, okay? Now factoring in armor values, all right, so she's here, roughly. I'm sorry, one of my lines was a mistake. So after all of that, she's at around this much HP. She's going to heal up to, I'm going to say, depends if she's maxing W or something. And then she's obviously going to activate a potion. She's going to be around half HP.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're standing here, she's standing here. What do? Culling. Okay? And the culling has free reign all over her. Why? Because look at the minion wave. See it back here? So that means it's back here for her.
So
she can't juke, and she's in human form. We forced her into human form. You know what I mean?
So she's got nothing. Yeah, exactly.
She has nothing. Right, exactly. Okay?
Sick.
So yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Alright, we good?
We good.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, look at that, there's so much free room.
And we're not even factoring in the phage proc. And if you have Sheen, it hurts that much more.
Yeah, Sheen first would have been 10 times better.
Yeah. But the phage proc actually would have helped a lot in that situation, though, as well. Rage, the passive. Why are you standing? What are you doing so far back?
Me. Yeah.
No, I think you already know, like, what I would be saying, like, about the minions and stuff, so I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Alright.
Shouldn't worry about him, just focus
now you don't
on
have
that.
mana. You know what I mean? Like, just because that wave was at your tower... Now, first off, if Lucian is a lane bully, alright, a lot of people don't understand this, you don't always have to be shoving them into their tower to necessarily be a bully. You know
I think
what I mean?
that's what my biggest misconception with this game was, because that was my idea going into this, was that I had to do that. But I mean,
right. Now,
I feel like,
can you CS this wave under tower?
probably. I mean,
yeah. Well, hey, look.
There's no reason I shouldn't be able to.
Look, the tower can hit this minion and it won't kill it. Can hit this minion and it won't kill it.
Ever hit that and not kill it? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So,
and you can easily CS this, and you can easily get the CS on this. So you can CS all of this without using mana. That's point number one. Point number two is the next minion wave is about to approach. Okay? So these minions will still be taking aggro from this tower. That means that the wave is going to freeze right here.
Yeah.
You're Lucian. You know what I mean? If she
That's
has...
good for me.
Right, exactly, because the minions. If she has 10 minions in a clump, she's not safe anywhere from your Qs. Right? Because your Q isn't her spear. You can actually go through things. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, exactly. So it's giving me more angles to...
Right. And you're in no rush. You're in no rush. You know that if you get a kill on her, her tower's dead. Because you're an AD carry. Right? You're just going to melt the tower.
Punish it, yeah.
Right. She can't melt a tower as fast as you. So you can afford to take some tower damage. You know?
Exactly.
Alright. We good?
We good.
Alright.
Yeah, exactly. It's a total waste. And I missed one of the CS anyways because I'm too busy casting spells instead of just auto-attacking like I should.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your mic again.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, it's okay.
Technology is hard.
Why aren't you calling?
Yeah, exactly. Too late. I think I'll do it later, but it's wait. That's perfect right there because it's a narrow area.
Right,
Yeah,
right. She can't get away.
exactly. Yeah, so I did it then. That was bad. As I said, my
Let me tell you, man. You've called no one into your call. Like
yeah, I told you.
what.
I told you I was trash with the callings.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. No, it is an awkward spell, so.
I think I have to flash for that. But if I had played that a lot better, that wouldn't have even been an issue.
Right. If you had
exactly,
just called, then it wouldn't be an issue. Now, what's the other issue? Is first off, you don't have to flash for this. What is what's more important, flash or heal?
Flash for sure.
Okay. Heal grants you a movement speed buff, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at something. What is your movement speed?
My movement speed is
365.
365. Yes.
What is her movement speed? 335.
330. So I'm
You'll
gonna
catch her without heal or flash.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 2 tower shots, but you're gonna live. You're gonna make it, man.
I have healing.
You're gonna make it. Like, I get to be a doctor right now. You're gonna be fine. Like it's good.
Yeah. So heal's a much better play there for sure. Yeah.
Heal. Well, you don't even need either one. You're just gonna catch her with an auto.
Yeah.
You don't need to use any of that.
Gotcha.
You're gonna be. If I'm correct, you're gonna be standing around here, and she's gonna die here.
Here. Yeah.
And you're gonna take 2 shots. You can afford to take 2 shots. Well, she doesn't have her support. Look at her support. Look at Tarek, man. He's
trapped up there.
He's into like I don't even know what he's into, but he's doing something with that like alien and or I don't know what Atrox is, but Tarek's not coming to our rescue. Okay, Nidalee is shoving this wave, so you know Nidalee's not coming down. All right, and someone's missing from top, but that's not really a big Riven, right? You have a ward coverage here. You have ward coverage here. So if her jungler's coming from the fog of war, then then you have flash and heal. You know what I mean? But you don't need to. One thing that separates like high, diamond 1 from like low diamond 1, or not even diamonds, like sometimes it's just LOs in general or tiers, is the ability to resist summoners. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Alright. Go.
So it's making the most out of what you have before you have to use a summoner.
Right.
Yeah.
Use it at the very last moment. Like right there. Yeah, you took a tower shot. Look at your HP. You're healthy,
That's
man.
fine. Yeah.
Right. So that's why you need to have her avatar selected and see her movement speed. Go get that double kill. There's Haley's comment. His name's Haley. Atrox, if you ever see this video, your name is Haley. Alright, so...
I misplay this really, but I get it eventually, but it takes a while.
You could have used heal to get that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh no, it's another time where I chase him. Yeah, okay. I could have easily used heal to do that. For sure.
So what do you need to do right now? Nidalee's full HP, full mana.
Probably back.
Yeah, I would just get the... Wow, Blitz, that's nice. But let's just evaluate something else. So, if Blitz is just being normal and just goes back to lane like he should have instead of roaming or whatever, because obviously he wasn't going to catch anyone. Even if he catches Nidalee, you can't do anything.
I can't do anything, yeah.
Right, there's nothing to... So the fact that he even grabs is like... Maybe if, like, Nidalee's like low EQ, then she'll flash or something. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to go for the grab. So anyways, let's ignore that Blitz is here. He's not here. Let me show you where Blitz is right now. Okay, so Nidalee, we're gonna pretend that she's trying to go and get blue buff. Oop. She's gonna go and try to get blue buff, and there we go. So what we're gonna do is just say this was a minion. Alright? And I would just get this minion, and this minion, and recall. I would ignore these 3. Because then you're wasting time. You want to be time efficient.
Yeah,
right. So get the most important minions and get back. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you want to go and get your Sheen.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay? Alright. Alright, go.
Go.
And now, by staying for those 2 minions, you've probably just lost 4 minions.
Yeah, exactly. I can
You know what
see
I
that
mean?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
Because
things I wanna bring
she
up.
can just shove that there, and then her wave is just going to push up
Right.
into the tower. Yeah,
Also, I know that we haven't seen it come up, but I do not believe in Haley to give you blue ever, so I'm just going to address it right now. You know, in case you play future games, I want you to just know about it. When you do have blue buff, your goal is to stand here as you're bullying the lane, wait for the line to come, Q, W, CS it, blow it away, run back, and get to the sweet spot with wraiths. You E into the wraiths, auto the big wraith, W the middle of the wraiths, it'll hit all of them, okay? Pull back, 1 click, literally just like 1 box, like that far back,
tiny,
right?
Yeah.
Q, and it'll hit all the wraiths, auto, move backwards again, and whatchamacallit, auto, just finish with 1 auto 1 out everything. And Lucian can farm the wraiths really fast and really well. And with blue buff, that enables Lucian to overfarm. Okay?
Yes, I'm getting crazy value.
You're getting crazy value. Yeah, it's really sick. So it's really, really good. And you don't have to take damage either, necessarily. You take a little bit, but it's whatever.
It's going to be so mobile. Yeah.
Right.
See, I'm kind of in a shit spot right now, because...
Now, if Nidalee was good, okay, and I know, like, I just want to address this because as you move up in LOs, this will happen. You can't recall here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's gonna hit me. Yeah.
If she's good, she can be. She'll dash dance in this area, right? And
Yeah,
she'll
and she'll
throw a
get the
trap
fog.
up. She'll throw a trap up, and it'll grant her vision. Okay, so she sees if you're near here, and if she sees it, then she just simply goes here, spear, recall denied. Goes here, spear, recall denied. And what is that recall denied? It's not just
death.
a denied recall. It's 6
very death.
CS.
Yeah.
It's not just a denied recall. Yeah, so it's 6 CS. So that's really, really, really big. It's 6 CS plus a denied recall. You know, so anyways, versus a Nidalee, it's always safer to just go somewhere where her spear can't, or her trap can't grant vision. Because then she doesn't know where to throw. So just here, or you can go up into the wraith thing.
That
You
little
can
wraith
grant
bush there,
right, yeah. Don't do it every time, you know, you don't want to make yourself predictable or something, like if you face the same player twice in a row or something, but yeah. Alright,
Gotcha. Yeah.
go.
Go. I think she gets the tower here. There's no reason she shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, she has
Whereas
this.
I should theoretically like have I should be winning the tower war if I had played the lane correctly.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Your mic.
Mike.
Yep.
This mic's like 4 years old. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I don't like that word. That word's okay if you're Nidalee, not if you're Blue Side Lucian.
Gotcha.
The reason that I say this is because what vision is it granting?
It's giving me actually giving us nothing.
It's almost giving you nothing. If you ward here, you actually almost grant the same shit.
Gotcha.
But you also have vision of the brush.
Of the bush. Yeah.
So that's really, really big. So don't.
So-
There are set word places. If you are, you know, purple side, you know, mid or something, you can walk into this brush. I do this all the time, and I shoot a ward right here. Okay,
Gotcha.
and that grants all of this. Okay, and that's all that you need. And that's like my traditional like 2-minute 50-second ward. Okay, so likewise, if you are blue side, you come into this bush
Do it
and you
there.
drop it there. Okay. Later
Gotcha.
on, there is this ward spot on the other side of wraiths. Okay, there's this ward spot. Okay, and there is this. See this like mini stone? Like I'm like drawing on it. See that?
That's a tiny one. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that ward spot, and then there's there's other ones. Like there's ones that matter actually how you place it in the bush. Like that's a little bit weird. That's for top lane, bot lane, and the Baron bush ward over here. There actually is a specific placement for the Baron Bush Ward. So if we get to a Baron dance, I can show you it.
Sweet.
Okay.
But yeah, that just doesn't maximize vision at all. It's
Right.
Like,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's like the lonely dandelion that knows it's gonna die. Like that's it, man. Like. All right. So what do you need to do right now?
Probably need to get that tower.
Okay, right. Good. Good. You need to CS this way faster, though, because Nidalee showed top.
Exactly, yeah.
So you need to exhaust your mana. If your laner is not in the lane, exhaust mana. Unless it's like they're just recalling. Laning phase is coming to an end. So it doesn't matter about your mana right now. Your mana is controlled by your recall timings.
Gotcha.
Okay? They get top tower. Now,
You should press A double.
well, you need to get out.
Oh, need to get out?
You need to get out. Why do you need to get out?
Because I don't have vision of anyone.
You don't have vision of anything. Now, you do know that both people are at top tower, because we see the assist on the tower kill, Nidalee. We can also just kind of see them ourselves.
I assume she's rotating down there.
Right, and we have no vision over here.
Yeah.
Okay?
And there was a
so
top
all that
level.
we're afraid about is the jungler, the AD carry, and the support. That's all that we're afraid of.
Yeah.
Okay?
No worries.
So you need to get out.
Actually, do I? I can't remember what I do here. Yeah, I do.
You E backwards. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Because
Waste.
what if the jungler comes again with a slow or something?
Then I don't have my debuff. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You don't have your slow removal.
And then I remember the Wraith technique that you just told me before.
Yep.
So.
Here, actually, I can just show you the spot where the Q lines up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can just show you it. So, anyways, you'll E in and you'll land about here, and then you'll just walk backwards to right here. Literally, see where these two leaves have that like opening thing?
Yeah.
And they'll all line up for you, and just a straight
And then
Q.
I can just kill
It hits
them.
all
Yeah.
of them. Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Go.
Go.
And stop using the W and Q at the same exact time. You need to generate. You need to generate their procs.
Yeah, that's also burns mana way too quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your mana control is one thing that you definitely have to work on.
Work on. Yeah, for sure. I think I still blew here.
Steel blue, you mean? You mean get your blue? Yeah, like, I would hope so. Oh my god. Here he is.
No,
He was feeling generous today. He's feeling generous. His girlfriend just brought him home Starbucks. He's in a good mood.
he's set.
he's good. He's feeling great. Alright. Okay, so he's farming white, whatever. Another thing that you're not doing is you're not tabbing frequently enough.
Yeah.
To check builds and, whatever. Obviously, you've already elected for Trinity Force, so that's not the biggest issue. But I feel as though, as the game proceeds, your tabbing isn't going to change. That's just why I'm saying it now. And tabbing later is going to be important, because are you going to go Trinity Force into Last Whisper? Are you going to go Trinity Force into Bloodthirster? Are you going to go Trinity Force into Bork, which is a very Korean style of Lucian? Because then that plus his E plus the W plus the Trinity Force Rage proc, no one's getting away.
I burnt heal there, but I forgot about the blood well, which so I totally mistimed heal.
Okay, let me show you something. All right, we're gonna go through this. Don't use E.
E.
Right away.
Because I need to get the procs on it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not just that.
Oh no.
Let me show you why. Okay, don't use E here. Nidalee can't catch you. Okay. Now, what's gonna happen here is, okay, so you get that CS. Now, first thing you need to do is your minions are probably gonna die to a Cougar form leap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do, this is point number 1. Okay, ward. Okay, use your ward trinket, drop it here. You need vision over Nidalee.
Yep.
Okay, you need to know where she's standing. You need to get to here, shoot that culling into the bush, and then as they come through it, okay, so I'm going to go through again. So rather than E from where you just E'd, Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be standing here. Okay. You're gonna time it. You're gonna dash dance right here. You're gonna wait and see if they go into the bush. If they do, you culling it. Okay, and then you move accordingly. And as they keep coming through, say they keep coming through, culling's gonna end. Okay, you're gonna W them. You're gonna be upwards, and you're gonna hit auto. Okay, then once Tryndamere and Riven are lined up inside of this bush, if they, again, this is all hypothetical, if they elect to keep going, then you Q. You get the lineup. You still have your E, because why? Because Nidalee, but now we have the vision over Nidalee, because of the ward. Alright?
So that's not a worry, yeah.
If they keep coming, like they did, okay, now you have E for the proc. What also do you have E for?
In case I get stunned or the red buff. Oh, not stunned, sorry, slow from red, yeah.
Or Tryndamere's W.
And Tryndamere's W, of course.
Right. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, look.
E would be good here.
Well, not only E. Let me just...
The culling as well, yeah.
Culling just ended. Culling just ended, right?
Yeah.
Like, where's your mouse? I can't even see it.
Hang on. Where is my mouse? I can't see it in here.
I can't see your mouse.
Is it over?
Is it over him?
I think it's over Tryndamere. It might be.
Is that your mouse?
I can't even see it. Oh, is that it? There, no, in the keep going right.
Oh, I see it. I see it. All right, I see that glove.
Yeah.
All right, we're playing Where's Waldo. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it over here? Why?
I think because I was back. I was running away.
Okay, now your mana is 150.
Not for
You're
one.
regioning about 12. You're regioning 12 a second. Okay. Why is this not a W auto Q auto?
I think because
standing
I was
right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you're facing him, he can't W, even though we already know that he's used it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can just chunk him. You can take all of this out of him. And I don't know if his Burning Rage is active yet. I'm not entirely sure.
I can't remember. I killed him under the tower, so he might not have had it, or he might have just not used it.
See, like he should not have made it out from this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, so you would have killed him, and Atrox would have lived.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
if I didn't with heal, it probably would have helped as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they would
Sweet.
kill Tarek at bot. Now look what happens. So again, let's go into this in a hypothetical situation where everything was just done correctly. Tarek goes down. And Nidalee here. Riven here. Jack's shoving top. Riven cannot contest top. She's too low. Okay? So now you get this tower. You're gonna get bot. Alright? And then you can shove back mid. Because you have blue buff.
And I got red as well now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're gonna shove mid back to tower, recall, Trinity Force, tier 2 boots, and then where are you going?
Probably dragon.
Straight down to dragon to get ward coverage and control.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha.
There's Riven. And if you now right now you don't have to be doing shit like this, but if you want to start taking stuff to the next level, and you don't care necessarily about losing and practicing, and don't have launched your Q there, you know what I mean? Try to be cute and fancy, and potentially get a kill on Riven.
Gotcha.
Because you're so high HP, you have minions around you that can block spears, your E is up, your flash is up. You have red buff, you have blue buff.
So I have the potential to fight.
You have
and
potential,
get out.
right. If the opportunity arises, you want to capture it. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So right now you are presented with a potential opportunistic situation, just based on look at Riven, look at Riven's face.
She's in a line. Yeah.
Well, she's in a line, but look at her face. Where is she going?
She's walking straight into the creep line.
She's walking straight, right? Q, stand behind these minions. Auto.
Yep.
You still have E up. You still have flash up. You can get Q.
And then she's gonna have to.
It's gonna come down to you and Nidalee, right? It's gonna come down to you and Nidalee, but you should be able to make it out.
Yeah, she's got no disabled, so I can just flash or dash over the wall and then
now,
get out, yeah.
This isn't necessarily an instance. Now, again, let me reverse this and say, well, what if Riven's good? Well, first off, she doesn't line up like this. She doesn't move command this way. She would just move command downward. You know what I mean? So Riven's making a ton of movement errors. She's presenting you an opportunity to kill her. So if this was highest level versus highest level, this is a mistake by Riven, not a mistake by you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha.
All right, go.
Yep, go.
Dash dance more.
Dash
I know.
dance more,
I've
yeah.
said that. I know I've said that.
No, it's alright. It's getting it drilled.
Yep.
In there.
E through the wall. Don't go around it.
Yeah.
You're wasting
I think I was
time.
trying to chase.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying to chase Riven.
What do you mean? Riven went downwards.
Exactly. I think at the time. Yeah,
Oh, you
as soon
thought?
as I
Okay.
realized-
Oh.
Yeah, I
Alright,
thought
alright.
she was in there for some reason at the time, and then as soon as she popped up top, I was like, that was dumb.
Okay. Another issue that I'm seeing with you is you're not time efficient.
Yeah.
Okay? So basically, what is time? Well, if you can somehow find a way to manipulate and move yourself around the map a minute faster and go back in time, then you have 109 CS right now at this is, again, it's not literal. It's just what I'm trying to give you an example with. At 1440 instead of 1540.
40. Yep. So you're
Right?
saving time.
Right, you're saving time. So right now, you should have Trinity Force and Tier 2 boots.
Correct.
And
yeah.
be in mid. Now, does getting this minion wave generate anything for you? Well, no, because
No.
Trinity Force is what? It's 1178?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the boots.
And then
are
your boots is 575.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you have room for left over? Maybe 2 wards and a potion or 2.
Exactly. So it's nothing of
This doesn't
value.
change anything, right? What's your next core item after this? Depends on your tabbing.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
Which I'm not doing.
Which you're not doing. Right, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, there's no point. Exactly. It's really funny looking back at this, and you can really see how time inefficient it is too. Like it's a
That's
really
what this is what I'm talking about here with the rates. You're messing it up. You're Wing first, and you notice it doesn't hit all of them. Okay, so print screen.
Got an E right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just. Oop, what the hell? Print screen. Okay. You're gonna stand here between these 2 trees.
Yeah.
Right here. E upwards. Oop, sorry. E upwards. Right here. Okay, and you'll go through. You'll slide through. W here. W here. It'll hit all of
That's
them.
gonna hit all 4. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't count. Alright, it'll hit all 4. Okay, auto, and then you move backwards. Or, of course, do the E proc first on this Wraith before, whatever. Move backwards, they'll have all lined up. Q, it'll kill all of these ones, and then you just finish off this one.
Sweet.
Okay?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't.
That's so,
It didn't
yeah,
hit the
this
big
is so
one.
time inefficient. Again, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it takes forever to kill the big blue one because of how
And you're
time
taking
inefficient.
damage, you're standing still.
Gotta constantly dance back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good, though. The W and the Q there at the same time was correct. In that instance. Nid ink bot.
Oh,
Just
she was
don't
going
type.
top.
Right, don't type. Get into the habit of pinky on control, and then with your mouse in one really swift motion, hold down control and just swing left with the left click.
Yeah.
You know, and really one swift movement. Speak with pings, not with chat. Only speak with chat if the game has drawn to a stalemate, and team communication is, extremely important. Like, what do you guys do? 50 minutes, multiple barons, and, no one knows how to get into the enemy's base and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
That's when you start. Yeah,
that's when you start
exactly.
talking. Right. Oh, this is so inefficient. Look at your money.
Exactly.
So inefficient. Not only can you CS faster, you'd be moving around the map faster. You'd have mana again.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you would have so much.
Should have just backed
5 minutes ago.
4 minutes ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes ago. Exactly. Yeah.
So inefficient. You'd be able to be there right now, at that fight.
And I'd have more damage.
And you'd be up 30 CS. Literally, you'd actually be up in CS if you recalled faster. You know what I mean? Because you can push the waves out faster, you would clear wraiths faster, you'd get back to the lanes faster, you'd probably eat those wolves too because you're not a vegetarian. Like,
Exactly.
you'd be everywhere, man.
Shredded. Yeah, for sure. That was pretty bad.
And also, mid wouldn't be getting shoved back like this because you would have shoved it to tower.
And
Because
I
you would
have
be able to.
Exactly. Trinity.
Okay, and you didn't... I mean, you tabbed, but... or whatchamacallit, you're tabbing and stuff. Don't just blindly get a Vamp Scepter. You know what I mean?
I think my logic at this time was to get a... I didn't want to get a Bloodfist. I wanted to get a Blade of the Rune King because of Tryndamere and Riven.
Okay.
I think that was... that's what I was thinking at the time. I knew it was...
Culling!
Not a chance. Culling, yeah.
E! No, E gets reset if you get a kill during the culling. Okay, okay.
Yeah. And this is a really retarded chase.
Oh, why'd you flash? No, 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 okay. Alright, so this
No,
is...
there's no need to flash, yeah.
Well, it's not even about getting the kill or not. Basically, is the 300 gold Taric worth more than having your flash up at Dragon?
It's totally not.
It's totally not. Right. So don't flash. let him get away. It sucks. You didn't get the kill. Could you have gotten it if you acted quicker on the reset with E and other stuff? Maybe?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But even if it's only a maybe, don't blow your flash because Dragon's coming up.
Yeah.
Who cares? You know, sometimes there's times where, like, you know, I'll be in top lane or something, and, you know, or mid lane, and they'll gank me, but they end up blowing, like, 6 summoners on it. And they, like, type in all chat, like, LOL or something, or, you know, some, whatever. And I'm like, question mark? Like, and then the dragon fight comes, and they get obliterated because my team all has summoners up. I have summoners because I didn't exhaust it to live. And then, like, you know, you just want to ask them, where's your flash?
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter, right? And what's more important, that captured dragon and you just lost another tower, or the 300 gold that you got off me?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't, you know? So you have to think about it that way. Alright, go.
Go.
Just W, yep. I mean, even though you get that, like...
It's not worth it, the time as well.
Right, the time that it took.
It was way too long,
And
yeah.
Jax and Atrox going top when Dragon spawns, it's... so you, if your support player isn't going to be on top of Dragon Timer and stuff, you have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Solo
Always
queue is
monitor
all
it.
about yourself. This is also why I recommend playing Ignite, you know, in every lane over Teleport until you get to very high elos, where you know that the 80 carries and the supports and everyone is going to be knowing what to do. Only care about yourself. Run Ignite. Unless it's more optimal to run heal, because you're like Nidalee or like Orianna. Or...
It clearly wasn't this game, for sure.
So...
I think he just gets speared.
Mm-hmm. You got the kill. Now.
I should.
Well, not you, but...
Yeah.
You guys got the kill. I mean your team. Hold on, I'm sorry. Just, I
No
feel like
worries.
I'm gonna burp, but... Okay. Okay, so now, what is the first thing... I'm just asking you. I don't know if you do it or not. What's the first thing?
We should go to Dragon straight
Okay,
away.
good, good.
Yeah.
Yep. What also do you need to do?
We,
No,
probably
but
need to get
everyone's
ward
chasing.
control too.
But
Yeah.
everyone's
We
chasing.
probably-
Spam
probably need-
pings? Yeah. You need ward control. You need to spam pings on Dragon.
to
Okay.
get to
get
direct
there.
people, yeah.
You just wasted 15 more seconds.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay? That's not good. Now you've given Sivir a chance to reposition out of bot lane. You've given, you know, Riven, well, if she, you know, had a clue what was going on with Dragon, you gave Riven a chance to almost be passing Baron. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you're getting into a sticky situation. Additionally, I'm going to show you the ward spot in mid, because this is really important if you're going to play Lucian mid or any mid laner. Let me move that down a little bit. Okay. See, actually, it's right over where your cursor is. There's this is the ward spot.
Sort of dot there.
So
yeah.
it gives you vision of everything. And this is also generally where minions will now typically freeze, depending on who shoved the lane last. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's the important word spot. So you memorize that because you're playing you're playing mid. So if this tower goes down, drop that ward.
This is the one that we want, yeah.
Yep, that's the one that you want.
Sweet.
All right.
Sounds good.
Go.
Go.
Still, dragon's not being captured. You have to take initiative.
Yeah, it was really bad not to go.
And now you've also wasted more mana during this time, so...
So I've got less...
Right.
It's going to go down less fast. I got less mana to react to like a gank or something.
Is it even there? Wow, they already took it. Hi. Alright.
This was... I shouldn't have bothered chasing this.
Blitz, let Lucian get it. Or not.
Or
Alright.
not. Yeah,
They should totally let you get that. If you're ever in Blitz's situation, or Atrox's...
Just walk back.
Yeah, just walk back. Let the 80 carry get it. There's no such thing, by the way, as a kill steal either in League of Legends.
It's called kill secured.
Yeah, it's called kill secured, right. Like, no such thing. Unless it's like a gross instance where, like, I don't know, let's just give you an example. Like, you're Rise top lane, and you do a 2-on-2, and the jungler's about to get away, and you cast Ignite, so your jungler has double buffs, you would get double buffs. You know what I mean? It's not really it's not, you can't really complain about it, you know what I mean? But
you would prefer it to go that way. Yeah.
Under no circumstance is it better that the jungler gets the kill. Under absolutely none. So
even if it's Shaco.
Even if it's Shaco, man. Even if it's Shaco. Like, Shaco, yeah. So...
I think this is where it starts to go really downhill. Like, I make a bunch of really, really bad decisions from, like, this point onwards. And, like, I look back on it when we'll get to it eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. But everything gets a lot sloppier. Yeah, from this point.
I would just call in.
Yeah, I should have done it already. I got way too late, and I miss everything, yeah. Which is a total waste. I should have just done it then.
Gave her a brochure, man. Like,
exactly.
Like, you were not selling your product, like... You like gave Ruben a business card.
I was like the dude in the mall, like those really shitty stores. It was pretty terrible.
Alright.
And then at that point, it's time to leave.
Okay. So yeah, that was just played really poorly.
You
recognize why, you recognize the positioning. I don't have to go over that with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It was just shit play for me. Like,
Ezreal goes.
This is a bad recall at all. But at this stage, I mean, I haven't been hit by a spear, so it's sort of like not too spooky.
Now you didn't tab before
before I finished the cutlass. Yeah.
Before you finished, right? So there might have been a better.
At this point, I think I was a old man.
Okay, so hold on, wait.
Let's go.
So you're gonna go into Blade of the Ruin King.
Yeah.
Why not just pick up the 2 daggers?
Oh, is that better value? I think I went the cutlass because of Riven and of Trin. We had to try to like slow, I guess, to try to kite. I think that was like my logic going into this.
Well, laning phase is done. You know what I mean? There's no point. Like that 100 damage temporary slow. That doesn't matter,
anymore.
Right?
Exactly.
This isn't laning phase. You don't need the sustain from the cutlass and everything like that. Finish it. Right? It doesn't make sense. Like you're hanging on to that core item just for that. That doesn't
exactly. So
you know
I might
mean?
as well just get the attack speed.
Just manage your positioning better if that's the issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Go.
Go.
And plus, you're so close to finishing Blade. You're 700 gold off, 600 gold off.
So I might as well just buy everything
right.
anyways.
Just buy everything. Yeah. Right. Get that 25% attack speed steroid because why? You're culling.
It's gonna help.
Right.
Yeah.
Riven showing up in bottom right. Now also, when you guys pass Dragon and you notice that it was cleared, you should try to, in your mind, guesstimate when Tryndamere had an opportunity to take it.
Yeah.
And then just write that as an estimate.
Yeah, estimate it.
You know, like in Korean, like, or something, we'd say, like, so if it was taken at 20 minutes, we'd say, like, or we think it was taken at 20 minutes, we'd say, like, 25 to 26 bun 정도. Like, about. Like,
gotcha.
What is... Okay. I mean, he's gonna die for that. Oh, wow.
No, he doesn't. No, he
Blitz.
gets out. Yeah. He does that again later as well. Yeah, this is where everything just, like, shits itself. Yeah.
Alright, let me go over this.
Because my positioning was pretty terrible in that fight. Like, I was sitting right between, like, Tryndamere and Riven towards the end of it. So I had to, like...
Don't tell me Haley's Comet takes that. What are you doing? You let him take red.
I should have, yeah, I figured
Just
he was
take
just
it.
going to take
Okay.
it anyways. Yeah.
So, when you get here, okay, and you nuke Riven, okay? Now, remember, you passed Dragon around, what, like 19, 18 minutes or something? And
So it should be up
gone.
in like a minute or so.
Should be
yeah.
up, right, roughly. So, you've capitalized off this, clear the jungle, shove back mid, shove back bot, Atrox, ping him to go top, get the tower, Riven's down, she can't contest, Tarek's in mid, Nidalee's in mid. You probably know that Sivir or someone's coming, because she has no purpose in bot lane. You know what I mean? It's 24 minutes. So, let's you know, okay, so Tryndamere starts red. Let's say that he starts red, okay? 7:15, 12:15, 17:17, okay? 22:17. When's the next red up, roughly?
So it's roughly about 2 or 3 minutes.
Right, so Sivir has no... You know Sivir's not going to be in the jungle.
Yeah.
Right, getting a red, okay? You know that they're not going to be at blue right now because Nidalee's in mid. So... Right, so everyone...
So she's got to be coming up.
Right, so someone has to be coming up, right. So you ping Atrox, go top, take command then. And you get in here to mid, alright. And then, Ezreal hits that Q, whatever. Atrox goes for the recall. You see the Shurelias? Or the Talisman of Ascension? What do you need to do right now?
Get the fuck back.
Well, you need to do two things. You need to basically say, no, I don't think so. Like, so shoot the W, try to hit as many people as you can, look this way, look forward, and culling and move backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
Okay?
So therefore,
chunk them, right. Chunk them for everything they have before they even get close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because then, even if, like, your goal is to make them redecide.
Whether they want to engage or not, exactly.
Whether they want to engage. And because this is solo queue, and not, you know, ranked 5s, it's not a team or something, if just one of them somehow feels like it's not going to go right, it destroys everything.
Exactly, and then we can pick them off
so,
after that.
So, even though there's only 3 right there or something, you only need to make one of their minds change.
And then we can turn and then...
And then you can turn, right.
I don't go far back enough with the culling, I like stop.
Let me just stop.
Yeah, I like stand still for like a couple of seconds, which is like really bad.
But didn't need to blow that silence. That didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, she was dead, 100%. Okay, so here. Alright, let me show you something. Culling finishes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's going on? Tarek's midair.
He got pumped by Blitz,
right, he got
he's
pumped.
stunned me already.
Okay, so you're stunned for about half a second. Now you're not stunned.
So I've got to get out.
How about you?
Oh, you reckon?
How about you bilge water?
Good.
WQ onto Tarek and kill him.
Alright.
Just burst him before he gets the heal off. E backwards flash. Tryndamere can't get you. Tryndamere's W is still on, like, what, a 10-second cooldown right now.
Yeah.
He can't do anything.
So he can't do anything.
And Tarek's gone. And then you can turn around and reposition in synergy with Atrox's Blood Will.
Sure thing.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's good.
If you did that all in one swift motion, I feel like Tarek dies.
Flash.
Right, you'd get it before Flash. And then Blitz, just, the pull doesn't make any sense.
Solid you.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, you've tabbed. Alright, so now let me take a quick look. Alright, so, you guys are clearly playing Zelda, because I'm seeing 3 Trinity Forces, but I'm not seeing a Ganondorf. And, so there's, now, what are you noticing about the enemy team? Do you see any armor values?
There's not much except for the glacial shroud. That's
Except
it.
for the glacial, right? And that's on Taric, but that's not your, that's not your center of
That's not
attention.
a target.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, do you see anything that would, you'd be able to duel necessarily straight up 1v1 if you had
Probably-
like lifesteal?
Probably like Sibba, or I could probably kite Ribbon as well. I feel like.
No, I don't think you can kite
No?
Riven. I don't think you can kite. I think if you take professional Riven versus professional Lucian, if you try to 1v1 straight up duel within auto attack range, I think the Riven just melts you.
So I would probably just only want to
Right.
really duel like
So you
Sibba.
only
Yeah.
right Sivir or an Italy, technically. Okay.
Yeah.
So because of this reasoning, Bloodthirster, yes, is not your second item.
For sure.
Right. So yes, it is
Yeah.
correct to go Blade of the Ruin King as your second
But
item.
it's better to have the information and the knowledge to make that decision rather than just
Right.
like blindly making it. Yeah.
Right. And then finish off the Bloodthirster later for these severely extended fights.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Would you go
Alternatively,
Bloodthirst?
if you want to go,
Would you go?
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you go Bloodthirst the third after that, or would you build defensive?
Well, okay. So nice question. So when you're approaching mid-game team fights like this, when you're starting to approach 20 minutes to 30 minutes or so, you need to build a defensive item.
Yeah.
Specifically, just because it will skewer all-in attempts on you. Even if it's very slightly, even if it means that they just need one more auto, that's still one
But they
more
burn
auto.
something. Yeah.
Right. So basically, you're going to have to pick up either a Negatron or a Chainmail. Now, obviously, in this case, it will be Chainmail, because 4 out of 5 of them are, whatchamacallit?
Melee.
Melee. Later on, you're probably going to have to build 2 defensive items. And why do I say that? It's because they're all in. They're relying on Sivir's ultimate, in synergy with Riven's E, with Riven's Broken Wings, plus Flash, kind of being played like a Tibbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, she'll
They can mass all
she'll
in you,
flash
that's fun.
W into you. Right?
Yeah.
That's basically Tibbers. So, like, Riven is having an identity crisis in this team. So, there's that, there's Sivir's ultimate, and there's Tryndamere's Taunt Slow. Okay, so they're extremely all-in. You do not need Bloodthirster versus an all-in comp right away.
It's
What
not
you
going to
do
sustain
need,
out fights.
right.
Yeah.
Now, they're all ultra squishy, aren't they?
Mhm.
They're all very low base HPs. They don't have
High
armor.
damage.
Right, they're all high damage, very low base HPs. If you juke their skill shots, and if you juke their... It's not necessarily a skill shot like Riven's Broken Wings. If you just juke her gap closers, then you can nuke her. Okay, so the correct play in this situation, in my opinion, would to be because, again, specifically because double 80 carry comp. If you're the 80 carry Lucian, this is different. But for mid Lucian, you go Trinity Force, Blade of the Ruin King, Infinity Edge.
Mhm.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Alright, makes sense?
That's gonna.
What do you
a
need
lot.
Last Whisper for right now?
There's nothing.
There's
because
nothing
no
you need
armor.
Last...
Yeah.
Right, you don't need Last Whisper.
So you
you
might
know?
as well just get a fuck ton of damage.
Right,
to blow 'em
and
up.
by the
Yeah.
time you complete Bork, okay, you're most likely going to get a Pickaxe. Now, Pickaxe goes into Last Whisper or Infinity Edge, right?
So it's flexible.
It's flexible. Now, because it's flexible, if by the time the decision comes to complete Last Whisper, because Last Whisper, how much gold does it cost after you have Pickaxe?
It's 23 minus 975, so roughly about like 1300, 1400, I guess.
Huh?
I'm not good at maths. I can't count.
Right. Right. So, because of that, what is very similar to that price range?
BF.
BF sword. Yes. So if when that time comes, you tab, and all of a sudden, okay, you see everyone has a fucking chainmail, that's a frozen heart, and Taric also has Ronduins, and then somehow Nidalee has Ronduins for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Then
straight
you're
to
like,
Last
oh, okay, alright, Last Whisper, right? Yeah. But if they want to keep going full all in, then, yeah.
I use. Yeah,
Match
exactly.
it. Right,
Perfect
match
sense,
it.
yeah.
Okay?
Too easy.
Go.
Go.
Ow, sorry.
No, you're right.
Let me fast forward through your death.
Yeah. It's like literally a whole bunch of deaths from here on in.
Alright, let me just go to the fights. Alright, so you guys are up again, and you're literally 100 gold off Blade of the Ruin King. So you just need to get this wave and get back.
Yeah.
which I should do, but I don't.
Okay, you guys are pinging Dragon, but what's going on?
Dead.
Jax is top. Haley's Comet shows her face again.
And then I...
None of this makes any sense. Okay,
Yeah.
now you recognize this, right?
Yeah.
You get
I
Tryndamere.
realize that it's
Okay, getting Tryndamere, alright, and I'm just saying this for you, this isn't correct. You shouldn't get Tryndamere. Doesn't matter that you killed him, it's not the correct play. You're trying to become a better player. This is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is absolutely terrible. The fact that he dies is actually horrific because he could have just eat out of Dragon and been completely fine. Or he could have, he could have turned on Ultimate and eat out of Dragon. I don't know the exact, I don't know what happened because your screen wasn't right. But basically, you need to spam ping back here because dark, you guys are surrounded by darkness.
We're surrounded, yeah.
Right? And Jax is at top. Jax showed top. Not only is he top, he showed top. Okay, so the enemy team, right? You don't have a tank here. There's no tank. I mean, Atrox, but let's be honest,
he blows up. No,
right? Yeah. So this, all right. So next time something like this happens, spam back ping.
Gotcha.
All right. Because getting Tryndamere, it's actually just not supposed to happen.
Okay.
And now you're chasing into darkness. Now, you see this? There's no ward.
So we don't know what's in there. Yeah, exactly.
Now, hold on. Now, I know that what's his name's coming around the corner. Oop, I'm trying to print screen.
Atrox.
And it's not letting me.
MSpaint for the win.
MSpaint for the win. Okay.
Alright.
Alright. So, now, we know Tarek's recalling, but that's primarily because he's low. Right? Or so I believe. So, we also see Nidalee right here. Okay? But Sivir was just right here.
Yeah.
Okay? And obviously she wasn't shoving any wave. Alright, so why would Sivir be over here alone? Doesn't totally make...
She was setting off the bait, yeah.
Right, and it could be. Even if she wasn't, it could be. So what if Riven is right here? You're dead.
I'm dead.
You're dead. She's gonna,
100-0
EW you, yeah. And, 100 to 0 you with Sivir. So this is really unsafe. Do not break away from your team. Once you got the kill on Tryndamere, clear red,
should've backed out.
Get wraiths, go to mid, stop the wave that's coming up, drop the ward in mid, capture your wraiths as they come back up, get your blue, start warding Baron.
Yeah.
Okay? You got the kill on Tryndamere. This enables you positioning. You've captured the watchtower. If I'm giving you a StarCraft 2
listen.
Yeah, giving you a StarCraft analogy. You've captured watchtower via Tryndamere's death. So Tryndamere was the lonely marine that was holding the watchtower, and now he's dead for a little while, so he can't so it gives you right. So you need to capture.
Get board control.
Yeah, you need to get board control. All right, and while you're getting board control, because Jax made the awful decision to go top, during that the dragon was contestable and everything like that. Now you need to also ping Jax to just get top. And what does pinging Jax to get top do? Well, Tryndamere's death timer. What is it? You're not tabbing. So
I need to find out what it is. Yeah.
These are the issues right now. Number 1 is tab. Number 2 is all jungle camps. So I'm just gonna put JG for jungle. Okay, capture all. Okay, so capture all of them. Jax top ping. Okay, with Jax going top, Tarek's recalling. So Tarek will be here in about 5 seconds from his recall. Nidalee is here, Riven is somewhere, and Sivir's somewhere. Alright? So they're going to have to send someone top. What is Tryndamere's death timer? You don't know. Is Tryndamere going to be the one going top, or is Sivir? If Sivir goes top, they're without an AD carry. What does that enable you guys to do? Right, you can shove. Yeah. Okay?
Gotcha, yeah.
Alright. Go?
Yeah, go.
Mother of God.
Yeah, my mistake here was that since they were committing, I figured it would be better to commit with them, but that's also retarded as fuck.
Yeah.
That
just because allies make bad teammates don't follow through unless you have to for the longevity of the team.
That's exactly what happened there. I felt like I had to follow through with the aggression when I should have figured by now that Blitz and Aatrox are just crazy, so there's no point.
Alright. Hey, Jax got top. Now imagine if you guys have just done what I just recommended.
We would have a much better position.
You would have just gotten top. It would have been the same exact scenario. Mid would be shoved, or not necessarily shoved. Mid would be pushing. It wouldn't be shoved. You'd have ward coverage over Baron, you'd have ward coverage over mid, you'd have blue, you'd have the 2 jungle camps, you'd have their wraith camps, and you'd have their red.
Instead, we have like darkness everywhere. And
Instead,
we're probably
you
gonna
are
lose our
surrounded by you are surrounded by darkness, and yeah, like
We're in like the worst possible position.
you need a nightlight, man. Like Haley's comet's not lighting up the sky. Like, all right. Okay, so you go down there, you shove, and now you're in a predicament, right? Because you're down in kills, but you're not just down in kills, okay? You're down 2 towers, you're down 2 dragons. So what's the math on that? Roughly.
I would say like, let's say like 6 to 7k maybe a bit more than that.
Well,
No, a bit more than that. Maybe 10k.
well, this is just factoring in the towers and the dragons. How far are you
Yeah.
down?
Quite a bit.
You're down
Right,
several thousand.
Several thousand.
Right,
Yeah.
because it splits up amongst, everyone.
Right.
So, anyways, when you factor that in, what does that basically mean? Now, dragon alone, 2 dragons alone, and 2 towers alone being up an advantage is basically half a core item, sort of.
Yeah.
So you're down just off of that half a core item, which is gigantic. That's like going to lane, you have a Sheen versus Ezreal's Phage and Sheen. That's really big. It doesn't mean that outplays can't be done, but on top of that... Huh? Go ahead.
It means we have to play differently. Like, we
You have
can't
to-
fire
right,
them in team fight.
right.
Yeah.
You need a pick. Now,
Exactly.
how do you pick off a team that is meant to pick? Like, that's...
We're meant to have...
They're meant to
we
get a
need
pick.
wards everywhere.
You need wards everywhere, right. So, right now, the other situation that you're in is that not only are you down in towers and everything like that, they consistently have shoved your CS into towers. So you're really far down on CS.
Yeah.
On top of that. So, you factor in how much CS equals a kill, and then now you start getting closer to what is the total gold difference. And if you can calculate that in your head, and just get an estimate, you don't have to be exactly correct. Just get within 1,000 to 2,000 global gold, right? Or not even that. You can get it even closer. You can get it to like 500 to like 1,500, like range. When you can when you can get that estimate, it actually can enable you to know how to play, because we've seen professional games and how they were played from these certain deficits. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so now
it's
we're doing what chess grandmasters do. You know what I mean? Where they look back into a match that was played 40, 50 years ago, and they're like, okay, from this situation, from this positioning, this move led to a victory in 30 moves. You know what I mean? So they look back into that shit. So the same way that that's applied, this is why the mathematics on this is important. And let me tell you, it's actually not hard. Like, somewhere on forums, like, people were, like, giving shit about being able to do math on the fly. No. If you can memorize a times table, you can easily memorize roughly what this CS amount at this time and what this amount of being up in dragons and towers equates to. You know what I mean? It's not hard. Yeah. It takes, like, an hour. Like, if that, for you to memorize. So, yeah, anyways. I mean, not just an hour, but, like, I'm just trying to say, put work into it.
You just gotta know all the values, and once you know the values, it's easy.
Once you know the values, it's easy. If I ask you what 12 times 12 is,
it's 144.
144. Yeah. And why do you know that? Because your brain memorized it.
Yeah.
Right. And now, if I ask you something obscure like 29 times 29, you might not know it right off the bat, but I bet you if you looked at a times table for 10 minutes, you'd memorize it.
Memorize it. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all you have to do. Memorize it. I guess 29 times 29 isn't really an obscure example, but, like, you know what I mean?
It's not like on the standard times table that you learn at school.
Right, yeah. That's all that I meant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, good. So now you're doing exactly what you're doing. So if you're ever in this situation again, okay, you need to just get a ward into Baron Pit, get a ward here, okay? And then you can try to get some more wards if your team's coordinated, obviously, in key locations in the brush. And what you need to do is you need to surrender...
All of this.
You need to surrender all of this.
Yeah.
Surrender it. It's not yours anymore. Okay?
We
All
gotta
you need
play
to
like
care
small
about...
bits.
Right. All you need to care about right now on the minimap is everything over here. Everything in the red. Okay?
Gotcha.
Everything in the red is all you need to care about because you have the wards up. And then you use the wards to your advantage to generate picks. You let the CS waves keep coming to you, and because they keep coming to you, and your minions, your towers are killing their CS and stuff, your minions are fighting with their minions, so their minions are dying to your minions and your towers, and vice versa, etc. You will slowly catch back up in CS.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
That's why stalls at bases can sometimes cause turnarounds. It's because they're
you
not
catch
getting
up on the
CS
goal.
anymore. Right. Alright? So that's what you need
Gotcha.
to do. Concede everything except for this.
Mhm.
Alright? You capture Baron. Nice. Get a ward here, get a ward here, get a ward here. Concede
then-
that. You need to slowly push your way back through the battlefield. Okay?
Gotcha.
It's going to be very slow and steady. This game, if you're looking to win it from this point, is going to be another 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta go to like at least 50.
Right.
And it's hard too because Trinity is so hardcore. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not harder than Jax.
oh, true.
I wouldn't say Tryndamere is better than Jax. Maybe in lower Elos he has, actually, I would say that. Yeah. Lower Elos Tryndamere is scarier than Jax. Just because his split push potential and people don't know how to handle his ultimate and stuff, so... And people forget about his W, so they don't try to turn dance it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they just take it instead
Yeah.
of baiting it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you've gotten the wards, you've cleared out the jungle, now look. See, you guys, why are you guys standing here?
We should
they
concede back to that
can't-
line.
Right, they cannot rip Baron that fast. It's only, you know what I mean? It's only like 30 minutes into the game. They can't shred Baron in 2 seconds. They just can't do it yet, okay? So you guys need to be dancing again. Oop. All right?
Behind
So
that
like
line,
from
yeah.
this tower to this tower in a straight line. You know what I mean? Where this tower died, where X marks the spot.
Exactly.
You
So
just need
basically,
to
like,
stand between there. See this minion wave? Get it.
Yeah.
See this minion wave coming? Get it. See the
Get
minion
it.
wave coming? It's going to push back. Get it.
get all the CS we can
Right.
now.
Get all the CS you can and slowly recuperate.
Mhm.
All right, let me just fast forward because I've already addressed this. So anything that I say is just it shouldn't be happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah.
So
we
I just want to
get
want to address a fight. And did you guys just lose a 5v4?
We may have.
I think so. Yeah. And Sivir
No.
was okay. So I can't even really.
Yeah. No. It's pretty much from this game. It's like a bunch of bad decisions, and there's
Mhm.
like just places I shouldn't have been, basically.
Mhm.
And that's just like let's
Why is
misplay
Jack?
myself.
Stop. What does he do? Okay.
He's like
see
shoving
Sivir? See
way too
Sivir?
hard.
See Sivir?
Yeah.
This
We
just
should be that. That's me ping.
right. Just kill her. Just kill her. These are the picks that you're talking about.
She's
Right?
pretty.
She is so out of position. Even if all of that's warded, she can't escape. Even if she sees everything coming. Well, maybe if she just pulls back right now and recalls, that would be an okay play.
But if she stays there, yeah.
But the fact that she was allowed to split push this long is terrible. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be happening. She's
Exactly.
not Tryndamere, man. She too
It's
is
not.
having an identity crisis. Oh my
And
god.
this is another case of me like they make a bad all in and then I commit to it instead of just backing out like I should have.
Yeah, yep.
Like that's just totally on me.
Okay, yep.
And
Is
I
that
don't
the game?
flash. Yeah, that's probably game. Yeah, I
And
think
s-
we die one more time maybe.
Oh, well, okay, so you lost 2 inhibitors, but you got a kill on someone. If you get another kill... But Atrox isn't here, and then Ezreal...
He gets hit by.
Yeah.
Someone gets deflected by a spear
Okay,
here.
so that spear actually changes the whole game.
Yeah, there we go.
Holy shit.
It just like shoots through everything and gets
Was he
them.
standing still while he CS'd against an Italy that was out of vision?
He may have. Let's have a look.
Alright, let's have a look.
No, he walked into
He
it.
moved into it!
Yeah, he walked straight. As soon as I saw that, I was just like, "Fuck."
Alright, so the game's over.
The game's basically it, but
Okay.
yeah, there's really nothing else to break down.
All right, so there's not too much to break down. So do you have questions?
No, I mean you pretty much slammed it. I mean that was pretty crazy, honestly.
All right. The Trinity Force versus Bloodthirster. Like I said, I can go over this with you out of the session. I don't want to waste your time inside of the session. You know what I mean?
worries.
So I can go over that with you another time. Actually, I'm going to make a video on that because it takes so long. So I gave you the layman's terms like you requested, but there is a lot of depth into how you build it, why you build it, what circumstances. Like there's a lot of shit
It
to
sounds
talk
like
about.
as you said, it's like 30 minutes to an hour
Yeah,
explaining it.
it's like 30 minutes to an hour. Trinity Force versus Bloodthirster. When you get really nitty gritty on the mathematics and the reasoning, it's not just a simple pick.
Exactly.
So okay, all right, man. So I think
good.
that concludes it. Unless you have any questions, but you said
Just about the toys technique. I think that was it.
yeah, I can cover that with you right on Skype right after.
Sweet. Too easy. I
yeah.
think that's it then.
Okay, all right, man.
Thanks a lot.
yeah.
Cheers.
All right, I hope it was all helpful.
It was perfect. Cheers.
All right, great. All right, man. I will. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll be in contact to see how you're doing with the rank games and stuff afterwards.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right, man. I will talk to you
Peace.
later. Yep. Bye. Okay, guys, so that was the session with the mid Lucian. This was done at Platinum, I believe Platinum 2 or Platinum 1. Either way, it'll be in the description below. It'll also be in the title of the video. And if you want to check out me streaming, because some people have requested that I put this, or I say this at the end of the video, whatever, you can check me out on Twitch, and all the info and stuff is below. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the session that I had here with Lucian. I really enjoyed it. And I think he did too, but of course I'm gonna get feedback and stuff with him. And yeah, all right. Have fun. Bye.